Catherine Hudson and Charlotte Wilmot have today been convicted of the ill treatment of patients at Blackpool Victoria Hospital between 2017 and 2018. Catherine Hudson was a senior nurse on the stroke unit at Blackpool, where she'd worked for over 10 years. But in 2018, a student nurse raised her concerns, and a police investigation that followed revealed evidence that Catherine Hudson had been unlawfully drugging patients. Drugging those patients who irritated her, who she didn't like, and silencing them to her own and others' amusement until they could have an easier shift. Charlotte Wilmot was an assistant practitioner at the time, and she has been convicted of conspiring with Hudson and encouraging her to unlawfully sedate the patients. Both of them were experienced healthcare professionals. Both of them knew the risks. The risks of giving non-prescribed and inappropriate sedatives to elderly and poorly patients who'd suffered a stroke. They knew the risks, but they simply didn't care. Catherine Hudson said if any of the patients come to any harm, not to worry because there'll be no post-mortem, no investigation, and in essence, nobody will ever know. She and others joked about taking these secrets with them to the grave. So a huge thank you to the student nurse who was so brave in coming forward in supporting this lengthy investigation and for giving evidence at this trial. And to the victims and their families, who today is all about. It's about getting justice for them, and also the many patients and their families who have been and who continue to be directly affected by this inquiry. Those families who trusted these nurses to provide care and treatment to their loved ones and to keep them safe whilst they're in hospital. And those nurses who actually were callous and cruel in their behaviour. So we're really pleased with today's result and the fact that none of those convicted as part of this investigation will ever be allowed to work in the care profession again. Thank you.
Well, firstly, I'm delighted to see that justice has been done here today. As Jill has mentioned, the student nurse, how brave. And let that be a message to everybody. If you ever see something that's not right, say it. My mum had a hemorrhagic stroke and was paralysed. She was no nuisance to nurses in that hospital. She couldn't do anything, and she relied on them for their care and support. So to hear how she's been treated by Cathy Hudson and others is unacceptable. And I'm delighted to see that she's gone to prison today and remand. First, I'd really like to thank Jill, Ian, Fran and all the team at Lancashire Police for the support that they have given over the last 5 years. It's been a long 5 years. I know some families maybe didn't see the outcome that they were hoping for today, and my thoughts are with all of them. However, justice has been done. And again, I hope this is a message to the NHS that substandard treatment of patients is unacceptable. And to all the nurses that do a fantastic job, I do applaud you and I thank you for that. Thank you.